Hey, Kyle here. Welcome to my channel, Kyle's DIY. This is my series, Cheapest Possible House, where I'm attempting to build my own house with no construction experience. This is episode 2, the construction loan. I can't believe it, but our construction loan just went through. Didn't think it was going to happen, especially with our credit score in the low 600s. So I knew I just had to make a video and hopefully have some great information to help you guys out. So please be patient with me. I'm still trying to learn how to make YouTube videos here, trying to get that little catchy song in the beginning going, trying to come up with a great slogan. I like the excellent labor. He says, Josh here, this channel is all about building your own house and saving a ton of money. So I came up with Kyle's DIY, where building your own house is like being the president. Sometimes you got to stop, take a look around, and try to figure out where you are at. Please leave a note in the comments section. Let me know if you think that needs some work. So our construction loan experience began a couple years ago when we applied for the USDA Rural Development Direct Home Loan. Now, you might have been driving around in a rural area, saw a new home subdivision, and saw a sign saying 0 down payment. Probably a USDA Rural Development Loan. Very similar to FHA and VA, that it's a government program. Similar to VA, that it's 0 down. Now, that indirect loan, you always go through the lender or somebody like that to process the loan. The USDA direct loan, as the name implies, you go directly to your local rural development office, or you probably just call them and ask them to email you an application, and they can get that sent out so you can get it filled out. Now, the big deal about the USDA Direct Rural Development Loan is your payment is based on your income. So if you're poor, spell poor with 6 O's, po. If you're so poor you can't even pay attention. See, I can make jokes like this because, well, that's me. And so if you're in that category, you could potentially be looking at a couple $100,000 house for just a few $100s a month. This could probably be one of the biggest changes to your financial future, and just changing the course of your life to be able to get something like that for a few $100s a month. So we went ahead and applied. We were looking for a construction loan so that we could build our own house. They did require a GC, a general contractor. We were hoping to build a barn door, but boy, they were really against that. They really don't like that exterior metal siding, and they have all kinds of limits like square footage, and so all kinds of restrictions. So if you're middle income or something like that, totally not worth it. But if you're low income, this could really change your life. So 13 months later from the date we applied, not 13 weeks later, 13 months from the date we applied. Yeah, it takes quite a while. So they once again asked us for pay stubs. We weren't paying attention. We dropped the ball, and we were $50 a month over the income requirements. We tried to tell them last year's income tax returns were well within the limit. We tried to tell them we work with the schools, that we have summer off, we have Christmas off, we have Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day off, we have Groundhog's Day off, and that doesn't reflect our yearly income. They said, let me make it very clear, go jump in a lake. They didn't directly say that, but wow, that's sure how I felt. So last year we applied for a construction loan. It was a conventional loan, 5% down. I think FHA is 3% down. So for a $240,000 loan, it was about $11,000 down and about $11,000 some change for closing costs. And that's for one thing I really want to get into here, is that people really don't talk about the cost of a construction loan. So you can see here, it was about $218,000 for the loan amount, 6.2% interest. It's a little bit higher now, but I'm just going to skim over the fees here. I don't even begin to understand what some of these are. I'm not a financial expert, nor do I play one on television, but you can kind of push pause there and take a look. But the bottom line here is $22,000 out of pocket. Now, there were some taxes, there were some escrow fees, stuff like that, but overall the construction loan cost between $8,000 and $9,000. Now, I've commented on a few Facebook builders groups. Inevitably, somebody says, "Oh, my construction loan only costs $3,000 or $4,000." But I am them, ask them, "Hey, what's the name of your financial institution?" And I've never been able to prove that. I've never been able to find a financial institution that offered construction loans for $3,000 or $4,000. If you know of one, if that's what you're paying, then please leave a note in the comments section. We would all love to hear that. But so far, every place, local credit union, whatever it may be, national mortgage broker, anything like that, national mortgage company, never been able to find anything different than that. So we went ahead, applied for it. Now this is really important, so I hope you can get this here. So we needed blueprints. We found a GC. The loan required that we had to have a general contractor. So we talked with our GC, and he said, "Oh, we do blueprints in-house too, so no problem there, $1,600. So we went ahead and paid that. Please don't light me up in the comment section that you're not supposed to pay ahead of time. We know that now. Ouch. So we told them that we found the land we really wanted, and we went into escrow. He said it'd only be a couple weeks. It had already been a couple weeks, so we thought pretty safe to go into escrow. Within about week 3, he sent us the blueprints, but no cost breakdown. And we kept telling him, "Hey, we only have a 4-week escrow. We really, really, really need our, cost sheet of what everything's going to cost." Never came through. Lost our $1,600. And I thought for sure we're going to lose our escrow money and not be able to get the property. But then at the last minute, the owner decided to finance us himself. And so with $20,000 down, which was our entire life savings, so we purchased the property, moved our fifth wheel on there so we could live there. And we thought we could just do a cash build for the last year. And we just realized that over the last year, there's just not enough money at the end of the month to really make any significant progress. So we went ahead, applied again for a construction loan, and we, like I said, already had $20,000 in the property, and over the last year, the value of the property went way up, and as well as some improvements that we had been able to make. So our local credit union told us that we could do it at 0 down. So this might be one way that you can get a construction loan, is by just purchasing the land. If you can roll a fifth wheel on it and just live on it for a while, make payments on it, try to get it paid down. They give it to us at 0 down. Now the closing costs, even for local credit union, was about $8,500, but they let us roll it into the loan, so we didn't have to come out of pocket. Otherwise, we never be able to afford it. Now, again, just like with the owner a year ago, it was about $750 to transfer the title to the credit union, all that good stuff. A lot different than the $11,000 that the first one said that it would cost to close. Now, it did take us about 10 weeks to close the loan. Maybe some of that was our fault, but I would definitely say that if you're going to purchase a property through a construction loan, get as long of an escrow as you possibly can. I do not see how you could close a construction loan within 4 weeks. So get a long escrow, and if at all possible, before you purchase a property, get your blueprints. Get your detailed cost breakdown. Now, some of that, of course, is going to change, with the property, grading, septic, power, stuff like that. But you really should try to get your blueprints with the detailed cost breakdown as far as what a house is going to close before you go into escrow. So hopefully this has been some help. I'll make a second video as we go through this on what it's like to make your draws, what it's like having the inspector continuously coming over, taking pictures, seeing if we're making enough progress. That's certainly really nerve-wracking. because we've had a few delays. And so we'll, definitely be talking about what it's like living within the restrictions of what we can and can't purchase. But for right now, I hope in our videos we can start getting down and dirty, get my wife out there digging the footer. Okay, so I was out there too, but, I got to get her out there too. So, we're going to be getting down and dirty on the home build, the stem wall, and what it's like to build our own house with no experience, what all our materials are costing, what everything's costing. So please hit the like and subscribe button. Follow me on my journey as I attempt to build the cheapest possible house.